Here's a meal I'm having tonight, so just to let you know what it is. Tomatoes, they've been sliced about this thin. These are these potatoes here, there's only 3. Again, I've sliced them thin. We'll get 3 mushrooms, and again, they will be sliced thin. Got a wee Pyrex dish. Used a bit of lard park here, just to grease it all. Gonna take a couple of sprigs of spring onion. We'll chop them up, make them nice and fine. And we'll get this. That isn't the blood, that's actually the barbecue sauce that you get out of Graham's and Butchers in Will Street. The vegetables came from Wee Lou's in the West End, Strawberry Fields. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the potatoes and we're going to layer them all around the edges. We're going to take some of the tomatoes. No, we'll take the mushrooms, then we'll take the spring onions, and then we'll put the tomatoes on top of them. And that way the gravy will get through those vegetables and help to cook them. And then we'll do another layer again with the potatoes over the top and the same ingredients. And then finally we'll end up with this on top. And I'll probably put a wee bit of tomato on top of that just to keep it damp. And then we'll put a lid on it, which is underneath this. And then we'll put it in the oven, the gas mark 5, probably for about 30-40 minutes. And it'll be lovely. And you can have that just with bread, or if you want to have it anywhere else, it's up to yourself. So let's put this together. That's the first layer on. So normally I'd put a wee bit of salt on the potatoes, then put the tomato on top of that. And then it's just a case of doing the same thing again with the rest of it. Again, with the potatoes, spring onion. You can put as much of this as you want. I will give you a wee tip, see whenever you're cooking potatoes, always try and keep them sliced at the same thickness and so they cook the same. Otherwise you'll end up with hard potatoes and soft potatoes. Or they'll all go just mushy. And another wee tip whenever you're cooking these types of potatoes, see once the water comes to the boil, pull the heat down and just let them simmer. Otherwise when they boil they'll just turn to mush and they'll be rubbish. So that's why you end up with potatoes that break up. Let them come to boil, add your water and then cook them. And another wee thing, see if you get stainless steel like pots and pans, don't put salt in the water until the water's warm, because the salt corrodes and creates loads of wee pits, wee holes inside the stainless steel if the water's cold, because it reacts with it. So you need to make sure the water's warm, but we're not using any stainless steel. So we just need to chop these up, put them on top, and then we'll put this on top later. Now that we've got everything on top, the pork steak with the barbecue sauce, I took it out of the wrapper and I used a really sharp knife and I slit both sides, not going right through it, just cutting into it, and then put salt on it. That way it will cook faster and it will get tenderised. There's another wee thing I like to use with this. I got this one today. This is a wee chilli pepper, a wee chilli powder. And I'm not really... On the first layer, I put a wee drop of this so as it goes through the vegetables. And I'm just going to put a little wee sprinkling. I don't really need much. I don't know how strong this one is because some of them are quite harsher than others. So I'm just putting a wee sprinkling, depending how much you like. But the thing that makes this is the barbecue sauce. So the more sauce you get in that, the better. But you can also cook this using the spices that you get just with pork spices rather than the barbecue sauce. But I prefer this, to be quite honest with you. I think it's better. And then now all we're going to do, put a lid on it and pop it in the oven. Well, here we have it, already cooked. Let's take the lid off, boiling hot. And it's like magic, isn't it? It's just like a stew. The only thing is, it's not the meat's all over, it's just one piece of meat. It's still nice and tender. Everything's all cooked nicely. If we wanted to, we could eat it out of that, but it's too warm, so I'm going to take it out, put it into a plate, and have it with some brown bread. So, what am I having for my tea tonight? Barbecued pork steak and sliced vegetables, cooked in the oven. No bad. And that's the kettle boiling. Well, near enough. So a cup of tea with that too. Cheers.